The dusty marketplace fell silent as a sharp voice cut through the air. "You dirty old man," a young woman sneered, pointing at the wrinkled farmer standing by his cart of vegetables. "Look at your clothes. Who would ever buy food from your filthy hands?" The crowd chuckled nervously. The old farmer's eyes lowered to the ground. His rough palms, cracked from years of toil, trembled slightly as he adjusted the basket of tomatoes. He said nothing, but his silence carried more dignity than her cruel words. That farmer's name was Elias. He was no ordinary man. For decades, he rose before dawn, walked miles to his small field, and worked under the burning sun. His crops were not just his survival. They fed the poor families in the village. His late wife used to say, "Elias, your hands may look rough, but they hold the blessing of life itself." Now alone with a bent back and fading strength, Elias sold his produce quietly, never demanding more than what was fair. But not everyone respected that. The young woman, Clara, came from a wealthy family. She despised people like Elias. Each week at the market, she mocked him, calling him beggar, dirt hand, and even pushing his baskets over once, laughing as tomatoes rolled across the dust. Villagers shook their heads but said nothing, afraid of Clara's sharp tongue and her powerful family name. Elias endured it all. His eyes showed sorrow, not anger. He only whispered to himself, "The soil teaches patience. Time will teach her too." Then, disaster struck. A drought swept across the land. Rivers dried up, fields turned to dust, and shelves in the marketplace stood empty. One by one, families ran out of food. Wealth could no longer buy what did not exist. But in the corner of the village, Elias had prepared. With wisdom from years past, he had stored sacks of grains, jars of honey, and dried vegetables. He had saved not for himself, but for anyone in need. One scorching afternoon, Clara appeared at Elias's small hut. Her clothes were torn, her lips cracked from thirst. The arrogance in her eyes had vanished, replaced by desperation. She fell to her knees, whispering, "Please, Aunt, forgive me. My family has no food. We will not survive without you." The old farmer gazed at her. For a moment, silence hung heavy. The same hands she once mocked now held her future. Instead of anger, Elias opened his door and placed bread in her trembling palms. Tears streamed down Clara's face, not just from hunger, but from shame. Word spread quickly. The man once insulted became the savior of the starving. The villagers saw the truth. Respect is not measured by wealth or clothes, but by the goodness in one's heart. Clara never mocked him again. Instead, she helped him carry baskets to the market, bowing her head with humility each time. And Elias? He only smiled softly and said, "The earth gives to those who respect it, and so must we. Never look down on those who work with their hands, for one day the very people you insult may hold the power to save your life."